wonderful teachers. So one of the topics that came up on our PD survey was the topic of growth mindset. And it was acknowledged that a lot of PD has been done for teachers around growth mindset. And we're all familiar with the concept of growth mindset as being good for kids and being different from a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is one in which we allow for mistakes, we welcome them, we recognize that effort is directly responsible for achievement and growth. It's an excellent question, and just the fact that it was asked speaks to the reality that it's probably something you're already teaching and making a part of your language. So you can incorporate a growth mindset by the way you talk about assignments and progress, the way that you tell stories about your own errors. Last year, I was in the middle of a Zoom lesson with my first graders, and I made some sort of tech error. I don't remember the mistake that I made, but I said, oh, it looks like I haven't learned how to do this yet, but I'm gonna look at how to do it, practice, and I'm gonna be better next time. To be honest, I recognize, as I thought more about growth mindset, is all the times when it's scary for me to make a mistake in public, because I kept hearing myself tell my students, I want you to get comfortable making mistakes in front of other people because you realize that it's okay. And as I said that, I realized that's scary. Am I comfortable making mistakes in front of other people? And so one of the ways that it was helpful for me to integrate that growth mindset was to really be conscious of it myself. I think that growth mindset teaching can be very surface level. It can just be another school-wide initiative, or it has the opportunity to be really powerful if it's something that we take to heart ourselves and we take risks. And even using that language, all right, first graders or second graders or third graders, I'm gonna take a risk right now by sharing something with you that I'm just learning about. And I may not have all the details yet, and so I might get some things wrong, and that might be uncomfortable for me to get that wrong in front of you. But I know that it's okay to get things wrong. I know that because that is how I learn and grow, is by making mistakes and learning from them. I'm comfortable making mistakes. Another way to integrate a growth mindset is to celebrate mistakes. This really kind of hinges on having a classroom culture that is comfortable with one another, and it always starts off a little bit rough at the beginning of the year as we're getting to know each other until it just becomes part of our classroom culture. So I used to celebrate mistakes by saying things like, oh, I'm so glad you got that wrong. Let me tell you why. And at the beginning of the year, it's like, oh my gosh, I got wrong. Everybody knows it. Then kids would take a cue from me and like, oh, that's cool. Okay, wait, we learn from our mistakes. I think sometimes as teachers, we can inadvertently discourage a growth mindset by being afraid to tell them they've gotten things wrong. And our fear encourages them in that belief that getting something wrong is bad, rather than, oh, you got that wrong. That's interesting. Let's talk about it. It's not a big deal. So I hope this kind of helps as we have a conversation around ways that we can integrate a growth mindset into our classroom that moves kind of beyond the, here are the Pinterest activities you can do, which are great. Here are the Teachers Pay Teachers activities you can do, which are great. But I think to answer the question of how do I integrate this, it becomes a reality for us as adults. It is okay for us to mess up in public, and getting comfortable with that is a journey, and it's a journey we have to take if we want it to be natural and comfortable in our classrooms. I hope this was helpful. If not, let me know. That's fair. Let me tell you, this job, getting comfortable making mistakes in front of everyone, nothing like watching yourself mess up on TV, let me tell you. So let me know if this didn't quite hit the question. I know you're doing amazing things around growth mindset, so let me know what you're doing, and keep up the great work, Newcastle.